Hello, Heartland fans. Welcome back to Next Door, the channel where we dive deep into everything Heartland. Today, we have an incredible and emotional topic to discuss that I know many of you have been eagerly waiting for. If you've been following Heartland for years, this is the moment we never thought we'd see again. Borden is back. Yes, you heard that right. Ty returns in Heartland Season 19, Episode 1. Today, we're going to break down exactly how it happens, the heartfelt reactions from Amy, Lou, Jack, Georgie, and even Tim, and the emotional conversation between Ty and Amy as they try to navigate this life-changing moment. So grab some tissues because this one is going to hit you right in the feels. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Next Flying, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on your favorite show. Now, let's get into it. Before we dive into the incredible details of Ty's return, let's take a moment to set the stage. Heartland has been a beloved show for over a decade, bringing us stories of love, family, and resilience. One of the most iconic love stories in the series has been between Amy Fleming, played by Amber Marshall, and Ty Borden, played by Graham Wardle. From their teenage years to their marriage and parenthood, their journey has been one of strength, trust, and deep love. But everything changed in Season 14 when Ty was tragically written off after Graham Wardle left the show. This left Amy heartbroken, struggling to raise their daughter, Lindy, on her own while keeping Heartland Ranch running. For years, fans have wondered, could there ever be a way for Ty to return? And in Season 19, Episode 1, we get an unexpected twist that no one saw coming. The episode opens with Amy on the ranch, going about her daily routine. The familiar sights and sounds of Heartland bring a sense of comfort, but there's always been something missing. Ty. Amy is seen tending to the horses, helping Lindy get ready for the day, and sharing quiet moments with Jack on the porch. While she has learned to move forward, the pain of losing Ty never truly went away. Then something unexpected happens. Amy notices a letter on the doorstep. The handwriting on the envelope is strangely familiar, sending chills down her spine. She hesitates before opening it, her hands trembling as she reads the words inside. Her entire world shifts. The letter is from Ty Borden. Yes, Ty is alive. The letter reveals a shocking truth: Ty never died. Instead, he was forced into hiding due to an undercover mission that involved protecting his loved ones from a dangerous threat. He had to disappear completely to keep Amy, Lindy, and the rest of the family safe. But now, the mission is over, and Ty is coming home. Tears stream down Amy's face as she clutches the letter to her chest. She can't believe what she's reading. Can it really be true? After all these years, the first person Amy tells is Jack Bartlett, the Rock of Heartland Ranch. When she hands him the letter, Jack's stoic expression softens. He reads the words carefully, his eyes widening in disbelief. "Ty's alive," he whispers. For a moment, Jack is silent. Then a rare smile crosses his face. "This is a miracle," he says. Jack had always considered Ty a son. Losing him had been one of the hardest things he ever faced, and now, knowing that Ty is coming back, Jack feels a sense of purpose returning to him. He places a firm hand on Amy's shoulder. "Let's get the ranch ready. He's coming home." Next, Amy rushes to tell her sister, Lou. Lou is in the kitchen preparing breakfast when Amy enters, barely able to speak. "Lou," Amy's voice cracks as she hands over the letter. Lou's hands shake as she reads, her eyes welling up with tears. For a moment, she's speechless. Then, in an instant, she throws her arms around Amy, sobbing. "This is the best news I've ever heard," she whispers. Lou immediately starts planning a welcome home celebration. She wants everything to be perfect for Ty's return. For Georgie, Ty has always been more than just an uncle figure. He was a mentor, a big brother, and a role model. When she hears the news, she's overwhelmed with joy. She had never fully recovered from losing Ty, and knowing he's alive fills her heart with happiness and relief. Georgie immediately begins preparing a special gift for Ty, a framed picture of them together, symbolizing their bond. Tim is skeptical at first. "Are you sure this isn't a cruel joke?" he asks. But as the reality sinks in, Tim's tough exterior softens. He knows how much Ty means to Amy and Lindy, and his protective instincts kick in. Tim helps prepare the ranch, making sure everything is perfect for Ty's return. The most heartwarming reaction comes from Lindy, Ty, and Amy's daughter. Lindy was too young to remember much about her father, but when Amy tells her, she jumps with excitement. "Daddy's coming home?" she asks with wide eyes. Amy nods, and Lindy runs around the ranch excitedly, telling everyone she sees. She begins drawing pictures of their family, eagerly preparing to show them to her dad. The day finally arrives. The sound of an approaching truck fills the air. The entire Heartland family stands on the porch, hearts racing. The truck comes to a stop, and for a moment, there's silence. Then, Ty steps out. He looks older, more weathered, but the moment his eyes meet Amy's, everything else fades away. Amy runs to him, and the moment they embrace, time seems to stop. Tears flow freely as emotions overwhelm them both. Lindy rushes forward, and Ty scoops her up, holding her close. "I missed you so much, sweetheart," he whispers. The entire family gathers, sharing tears, laughter, and love. This is the moment they've been waiting for. That evening, as Ty and Amy sit on the porch, Ty apologizes for everything. Amy takes his hand and says, "You're home now." That's all that matters. Now let's dive deep into the emotional reactions of Jack, Lou, Georgie, and Tim when they finally see Ty Borden return to Heartland after years of believing he was gone forever. Each of them shared a unique and powerful bond with Ty, making his return even more heartfelt and overwhelming. Jack had always been a father figure to Ty. From the moment the troubled young boy arrived at Heartland, Jack saw potential in him, guiding him with wisdom, tough love, and unwavering support. Ty grew from a reckless teenager into a responsible husband, father, and respected veterinarian, something Jack was incredibly proud of. But when Ty was believed to be gone, it left a deep wound in Jack's heart. Losing Ty felt like losing a son, and for years, Jack carried that pain quietly, keeping his emotions hidden behind his usual tough exterior. And with his reserved demeanor, the family stands on the porch, the warm glow of the setting sun casting long shadows across the ranch. The familiar roar of a truck engine grows louder as it pulls into the driveway. Jack stands at the front, his weathered hands gripping the porch railing tightly. His heart pounds in his chest, though he doesn't let it show. As the truck comes to a stop, the door slowly creaks open, and then Ty steps out. For a moment, Jack is completely frozen. His sharp blue eyes widen, and his usual composed expression falters. His lips part slightly, but no words come out. His mind races, trying to process the impossible. Ty Borden is standing in front of him, alive. Amy rushes forward first, embracing Ty in an emotional reunion, but Jack remains rooted to the spot. His breathing is shallow, his chest tight with emotions he hasn't felt in years. Finally, after what feels like an eternity, Ty turns toward Jack. Their eyes meet, and Ty swallows hard, his voice barely above a whisper. "Jack." Jack's jaw tightens as a wave of emotions crashes over him. His throat feels dry, and for the first time in a long time, he struggles to find words. Slowly, he steps forward, his boots crunching against the gravel. His hands tremble slightly before he grabs Ty's shoulder firmly, staring deep into his eyes. "You're a damn fool. You know that." Jack's voice is rough, thick with emotion. Ty lets out a shaky breath, a small, knowing smile on his face. "I know, Jack. I know." Jack's grip tightens for a second, and then, in a rare moment of vulnerability, he pulls Ty into a hug. It's brief, but it's filled with years of unspoken love, pain, and relief. As they step back, Jack clears his throat, wiping at his eyes quickly before anyone can see. Then, with a smirk, he mutters, "You better have a damn good explanation for all this." Ty chuckles, nodding. "I do, Jack. I promise." Jack nods slowly, his heart finally at peace. The boy he raised is back. Lou had always considered Ty a part of the family. He wasn't just Amy's husband, he was someone she trusted, respected, and leaned on in difficult times. He had been there for her daughters, for Georgie, for the ranch. When Ty was gone, Lou felt like a piece of their family was missing. She tried to be strong for Amy and Lindy, but deep down, she never stopped mourning the loss. Lou is in the kitchen, setting the table, when she hears the truck pull up. She expects it to be another delivery or someone from the ranch, but when she hears Amy's voice choke with emotion outside, she freezes mid-step. Something tells her to run outside, and she does. As she reaches the porch, she sees a figure standing near the truck. The setting sun catches his face, and the moment she recognizes him, her breath leaves her body. "No," she whispers, her hand covering her mouth. Her legs feel weak, and for a second, she can't move. She blinks rapidly, thinking she must be seeing things, but then Ty looks at her and says, "Hey, Lou." Tears immediately well up in her eyes. Lou rushes forward, barely able to contain her emotions. "Ty," she says. When she reaches him, she grabs his face as if making sure he's real. Her hands tremble as she touches his cheeks, feeling the warmth of his skin. This isn't a dream, right?" she asks, her voice breaking. Ty shakes his head, smiling gently. "No, Lo. I'm here." And that's it. Lou completely breaks down. She pulls him into the tightest hug, sobbing uncontrollably into his shoulder. "I thought we lost you," she whispers between sobs. "We thought you were gone forever." Ty holds her just as tightly. "I know. I'm so sorry, Lou." After a long moment, Lou steps back, wiping her tears away before playfully smacking Ty's arm. "You have so much explaining to do," she scolds, though her voice is still thick with emotion. Ty chuckles. "I know, and I will." Lou shakes her head, smiling through her tears. "You better." For Georgie, Ty wasn't just Amy's husband, he was her mentor, her big brother, her role model. She had always admired Ty's kindness, strength, and patience. He believed in her when no one else did. He helped her with her writing, encouraged her dreams, and always had her back. Georgie is coming back from a ride when she hears commotion at the house. She sees her family gathered around someone, but she can't tell who. As she gets closer, she hears Lou's shaky voice and then Ty's voice. Georgie's entire body tenses. Her breath catches in her throat. "It can't be," she thinks. She jumps off her horse and practically sprints toward the house. When she finally sees Ty standing there, alive, she stumbles back, her eyes wide in shock. "Ty?" Her voice is barely a whisper. Ty turns and meets her gaze, his eyes filled with warmth. "Hey, kid?" That's when Georgie bursts into tears. She runs to him, wrapping her arms tightly around him. "I thought I lost you," she cries into his shoulder. "I missed you so much." Ty strokes her hair gently. "I missed you too, Georgie. More than you know." As she pulls away, she smiles through her tears. "You have no idea how much we need you." Ty nods. "I'm here now, and I'm not going anywhere." Tim and Ty had a complicated relationship. Tim was always hard on Ty, but deep down, he respected him. When he believed Ty was gone, Tim regretted not saying more, not telling him how proud he was. Tim stands with his arms crossed, staring at Ty in disbelief. "You're alive?" he asks, his voice raw. Ty nods. "I am. Tim's expression hardens for a moment, then suddenly he pulls Ty into a rough hug. "I thought I lost another son," Tim mutters. "You have no idea how much this means to us." Ty, overwhelmed, simply nods. "I'm home, Tim." And for the first time in a long time, Tim lets his guard down. Ty Borden's return in Heartland Season 19, Episode 1, is a moment of pure magic, one that fans will never forget. What do you think about Ty's return? Let's talk in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to Next Door, and hit that notification bell for more Heartland updates. Until next time, keep flying high with us.